Howdy friendos, my name is Stuart and welcome to part 2 of our Devil May Cry series. If you haven't seen part 1 with Dante, I really recommend checking that out before going any further. Dante's adventure is going to cover characters and events that are huge spoilers to our subject today. And that is Dante's twin brother, the eldest son of Sparta, and the Alpha and the Omega, Vergil. Vergil, much like his brother, is the son of a demon knight Sparta and a human mother Eva. While he and Dante often played together, it was on a faithful day that Vergil lost everything. However, while Dante was saved by his mother and saw her final moments looking for her second son, Vergil was outside the house playing and was attacked, unaware that his mother had tried to save him. This moment of weakness taught Vergil a code to live by: might controls everything. Following that incident, Vergil ran, gaining power through his trademark katana, Yamato. Vergil sought power to protect himself and to never be hurt again. In time, he transformed into a cold, calculating swordsman. At the start of the series, we'll begin Vergil at true neutral. However, we're going to give him one small nudge to chaotic neutral. One Knight in Fortuna can do that sometimes. Before we begin, I would like to encourage you to comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share around, and blah 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 blah. All those things. And with that out of the way, let's go! However, before we go, did you know that you can watch the next 3 alignment videos ahead of schedule by becoming a channel member, a patron, or a Twitch subscriber? Whichever one is most convenient for you, you can just go ahead and do that. Becoming any of these premium members gives you access to the next 3 alignment videos on your select platform and gives you a spot at the end credits of our alignment videos and gaming videos. Each membership also gives you access to another unique set of benefits. YouTube Premium gives you access to stickers and emojis not available anywhere else, and sometimes a 4th bonus alignment video. Patreon gives you access to monthly wallpapers, lore packets, and access to the uncut archive of our D&D campaigns. And Twitch gives you access to a different set of emote stickers and access to our entire streaming library. If you're especially ambitious and want to collect all 3 Infinity Stones of the Loading Crew, this gives you access to a special title in our Discord. It's mostly bragging rights, but hey, you're better than everyone else. Check any of the links in the description to gain access and help support the channel. One year before Devil May Cry 3, Vergil's reading is interrupted by a strange man named Arkham. Giving the man several warnings to leave him be, Vergil gets intrigued by the promise of power from a tower called the devilmaycry. Vergil allies himself with Arkham, though never fully trusts him, lawful neutral. The two begin working together, undoing the seals of devilmaycry, which involves unleashing several demons and giving them their names. When he discovers Dante is around, Vergil purposely reveals himself by getting someone to steal his amulet, reveal his plan, beat him, and then give the amulet back, just to prove that he could do it at any time. Damn, man, chaotic evil. Not forgetting this anytime soon. Ding. 1 year later, Vergil has completed his quest. He sends Arkham to invite Dante as he goes through the devilmaycry and conquers it. He then pulls the tower into the human world, flooding the world with demons in the hopes to gain power, neutral evil.
Well, doesn't it excite you?
Now atop the devilmaycry with an overjoyed Arkham, Vergil awaits for his brother to arrive. Dude doesn't care about anything else from the monsters or uninvited guests. To him, all that matters is Dante, neutral.
My sincerest apology, brother. I was so eager to see you, I couldn't concentrate on preparations for the bash.
When his brother arrives, Vergil entertains his brother before they fight. He confronts his brother about rejecting Sparta's gifts before beating Dante, taking his amulet and stabbing him for good measure. Chaotic evil.
I see a devil inside you has awakened as well.
When Dante's power awakens, Vergil is all for round 2, but is stopped by Arkham. Having everything they need to seemingly unleash the seal, Vergil leaves. Lawful evil.
It was all because Sparta slammed the door to the demon world in their faces.
Journeying to the depths of the tower, Vergil can sense the lady following them. He gives an Arkham a chance to say something about this, but when the last seal is undone, Vergil confronts him. Not trusting his ally, Vergil stabs Arkham, leaving him for dead as he passes on. Neutral evil.
Seed of Sparta. I told you that I remembered your rancid scent.
Now at the seal room, Vergil defends himself against a blindfolded demon named Beowulf, claiming a new devil arm. Neutral. With everything he needs, Vergil completed the ritual and opened a portal to the demon world. Too bad it doesn't work, and Dante eventually confronts him. Deciding more blood is needed and Dante is ready for another fight, he opts to use his brother as a donor, neutral evil. The two brothers fight, interrupted briefly by Lady, who believes Arkham was manipulated by Vergil. Vergil calls her out, only to be interrupted by Arkham, revealing that he withheld information on the seal. Vergil teams up with the others, but is too late as Arkham ascends into devilhood, lawful neutral. Recovering from his beatdown, Vergil dusts himself off and climbs up to the devilmaycry, passing Lady and leaving her be. Eventually catching up to Dante, Vergil teams up with his brother to put an end to Arkham, lawful neutral.
Jackpot.
With Arkham defeated, but true power at his fingertips, Vergil steals the Force Edge and demands Dante's half of the amulet. Despite Dante's attempts, Vergil can't let go of his quest for power and fights his brother, neutral evil. Despite his efforts, Vergil is beaten, deciding to grow stronger in the demon world. Vergil takes his half of the amulet but leaves his Force Edge for Dante. Vergil says his goodbyes and plunges himself deeper into the realm to grow more powerful. Weirdly enough, even though he's killing demons, the fact that he's just doing it to gain power, neutral evil. Discovering Mundus inside the demon world, Vergil has decided to fight against the Prince of Darkness, like his father before him. This goes poorly, chaotic neutral. Defeated, Mundus destroys the Yamato after defeating Vergil, mocking him for his humanity. Vergil is then corrupted into the Dark Knight, Neo Angelo. So with most mind control, Vergil has no agency in his actions, being manipulated by Mundus until both their demise at the hands of Dante. Following Mundus' defeat, Vergil survives the collapse of Mallet Island. Weakened in body, mind, and soul, Vergil wanders the demon and mortal world aimlessly. Neutral 4 times.
You need something?
Learning the Yamato has been repaired and is being wielded by a demon hunter named Nero, Vergil travels to Fortuna. Finding the man, Vergil rips off Nero's arm, reclaiming his sword and teleporting away. Chaotic evil.
That man's body was reaching its limit, breaking down. But he couldn't die yet. The man had a job that must be done.
Vergil returns to his childhood home and decides to finally cast aside his humanity. Using his powers, he separates his demon and human halves to become their own individuals. So for this act, motivated to finally prove he was better than Dante, let's give him a chaotic neutral.
Eventually, the man became a true devil.
Oh boy, okay, time to finally talk about Horizon and V. The demonic and human aspects of Vergil may manifest. Both beings are Vergil, but are both aspects of him functioning independently. As such, we will begin them at Vergil's current alignment, but trust me when I say this won't stay the same for long. Awakened with a desire for power, Horizon uses the Yamato to open up a portal to the demon world. He begins growing with Quiflaf, a demon tree that Mundus once ate the fruit of to gain his immense power. Claiming the throne of the demon world as his own, Horizon allows the tree to begin festering on human blood to grow the fruit, chaotic evil.
Round 2.
As Horizon powers grow, Vergil's human half, V, realizing he is dying in a sickly body. Knowing that he must fuse with Horizon again, V quickly gathers familiars born from his trauma as Nero Angelo, Phantom, Griffin, and Nightmare. He steals clothes for himself and gathers his old poetry book, and steals money to enact his plan, chaotic neutral.
I have no name. I am but 2 days old. Just kidding. You can call me V.
Tracking down Dante, V contacts his brother, Trish, and Lady to help him take down his demonic half. V hides his identity, instead tempting Dante and the others by saying Horizon is Vergil. Not a lie, but also lying by omission. Chaotic good.
There's no crime in turning tail, V. These things might be a little too much for you.
You're right. I'll leave the rest to you.
At the Red Grave City, Horizon awaits as the tree grows, killing countless people. Realizing just how much stronger Horizon has gotten since they separated, V backs out as Dante, Trish, and Lady head to do their job. Knowing they'll need extra help, V goes to find another skilled devil hunter. Neutral for V, neutral evil for Horizon. Rushing to Fortuna and finding Nero recovered in the hospital, V hires Nero as insurance, tempting him by saying it was Horizon who ripped off Nero's Devilbringer. Neutral evil? Confronted by Lady and Trish, Horizon defends himself with ease. He is mostly silent, only budging when Dante catches his attention with his old catchphrase. Horizon battles, eventually proving too much for his brother. Horizon destroys the rebellion and traps Lady and Trish for his own means. Dante falling out of a tree. Neutral evil. Realizing that Dante will fall and the rest will be lost if Nero loses, V drags Nero away from the fight with Dante's insistence. With little else they can do, V retreats to slow down the growth of the demonic tree. Neutral.
I'm just saying that running away is okay. It's always okay to run away if you're not important.
He who desires but act not breeds pestilence.
For 1 month, V tries to find any leads on Dante, Trish, and Lady, believing his brother has fallen in the fight. Chaotic good. Horizon continues to wait, letting the tree grow more. Neutral evil. Unsure if Dante survived, V suggests taking out more of the roots after saving Nero and rearmed with a Devilbreaker. Traveling alone, V fights several demons, but also avoids direct fights he can't win in his current state. That said, he is open to working with allies like Nero and Nico, even hinting at his past, lawful neutral.
What evil lurks, I must destroy.
Learning that the Sword of Sparta is nearby, V begins hunting it down, and while he isn't sure if Dante is alive, he does think Nero as a relative of Sparta might do, as he is unable to wield it at its full power. Neutral.
I will show you your worst nightmares.
So, fun note, there are some creations that work for Horizon that are reflections of Nilo Angelo. They're artificial creations that Horizon created, and when V sees this, he's absolutely disgusted by them and works with Nero to destroy them. I'm going to give a quick chaotic neutral to V and a chaotic evil to Horizon on their responses to these.
Whoa, this is some kind of ritual shindig, isn't it?
As Nero goes to fight Horizon, V continues to hunt for the Sword of Sparta near his childhood home. He is not only able to destroy the roots and find the Sword of Sparta, but V finds his brother Dante. Neutral.
If only you never existed. Then I...
Seeing a depowered, comatose Dante, V suddenly feels a moment of bitterness and rage welling up inside of him. All of this weakness and pain he suffered, he suddenly views as Dante's fault and tries to stab him. Dante awakens before anything can happen, and V covers, but this speaks volumes about how bad things have gotten between the two. Chaotic evil.
Okay, you get some rest. By the way, I guess I owe you one.
With Dante ready to go, V desperately tries to chase after him. Unable to keep up, V tells a recovering Trish about Horizon's origins with Vergil, hinting at his own connections. In the end, he confesses to Trish he hopes Dante can fix his mistakes by stopping Horizon. Lawful neutral.
Hey, douchebag. Miss me?
Confronted by Nero as he waits for the fruit, Horizon battles again. When he's injured, Horizon flies into a rage, calling out Nero's weak humanity before attempting to kill him. They're interrupted by the intervention of Dante. Chaotic evil.
All this time, and you still don't get it.
Starting to lose to Dante, Horizon senses the tree is ready to produce a fruit. He leaves to his childhood home, ready to become powerful. Neutral evil.
One out.
Oh, let you call me dead weight again? No thanks.
With Horizon gone, V quickly convinces Dante to let Nero come in with him as a backup. In his mind, they'll need all the help they can get to beat this thing, especially if Horizon gets the fruit. Neutral good. Separated from the group as they hunt for Horizon, V quickly realizes his body is failing. Recollecting his familiars, he's able to assist Nero from the sidelines, taking out demons, who is also after the fruit. Chaotic good.
This is my last request.
With V's body threatening to die, he convinces Nero to bring him with to the final ground, in the hopes that he can see Horizon fall, and secretly live. Chaotic neutral. Arriving at his old home, Horizon is met by Dante, ignoring his brother's attempts to convince him to let go. Horizon won't listen. Vergil's life, his weakness, and even his original goal for power is from another lifetime. He consumes the fruit and challenges Dante, neutral evil.
They're brothers? Why are they fighting each other?
Horizon lays defeated, crying out that he must get more power. V, recognizing his chance, asks Dante if he can finish Horizon. Before anyone realizes what's about to happen, V reabsorbs his demonic power. Chaotic neutral for both of them. Reborn with new powers, Vergil makes quick work of his brother. Realizing it would be a waste to beat Dante now, he tells his brother to heal and come find him. Thanking Nero for all of his help, Vergil teleports to the top of the tree and waits, lawful neutral.
That day, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different?
While waiting at the top of the tower, Vergil reflects on his life and Dante's. Still making use of the body free from Mundus, influence, and trauma, he sends Griffin, Phantom, and Nightmare to test Dante's powers. Neutral, actually.
It's been a bash.
Reunited at long last, Vergil battles Dante once again, the only form of communication they can fathom. Even when Dante reveals Nero's connection to him, Vergil doesn't seem bothered by any of this, intent on ending his blood feud once and for all. Chaotic neutral, I think.
I'm putting a stop to this sibling rivalry.
When their battle is stopped by a fully powered Nero, Vergil becomes curious about his son, expecting him to respond in bloodshed. When Nero insists that he's come to stop him and not kill him, Vergil wagers the fight in stopping the tree on Nero's victory, lawful neutral.
I can still fight. But if those roots continue to spread through town, it'll just interfere with our business.
Defeated once again, Vergil and Dante realize that the tree will continue killing countless people if they don't do something. Having lost, Vergil agrees to go down and destroy the tree, leaving a memento for Nero in the book of poetry he once loved as a child. Vergil promises he'll return for a rematch. Lawful good.
I'm more than capable of handling this on my own.
You're gonna need some help. And someone to keep an eye on you.
Vergil and Dante work together to destroy the tree and any demon that attacks them. Sparring every now and again, Vergil spends time with his brother in the hopes to challenge his son once again. Chaotic good.
Score for Dante. I'm up one. When did you learn to count? We're even.
Vergil is a fascinating character because he walks a radically different path compared to Dante. Both are victims of losing their families, but took very different messages from it. While Dante had trouble embracing his demonic nature, Vergil reveled in it and even craved more. He sought power so that he wouldn't be hurt again, and yet time and time again, every path that had made him seek power only got him more hurt. Arkham, Mundus, and even his brother Dante. It continued for so long, but that by the time he survived Devil May Cry 1, he was a shell of his former self, wanting power but completely forgetting the reason why. He was baffled that Dante succeeded where he failed and expects to be hurt again by his own son. After all, Vergil is used to the cycle of violence continuing in his life. I debated for a long time on whether I should include V and Horizon in the character alignment. Were these unique entities that needed their own time to shine? I don't know. In the end, however, V, Horizon, and even the summons of Griffin, Phantom, and Nightmare all represent aspects of Vergil and how he views himself. V is how he perceives his humanity, weak, sickly, and at the cause of bringing forth the literal demons of Vergil's past and the trauma he experienced at the hand of Mundus. Horizon is a larger-than-life entity that is so powerful because of his demonic nature. Hell, the theme that it's so hard to beat Horizon even goes back to how Vergil views his demonic entity. Horizon is power incarnate, craving more and more so that he can never be hurt again. In Vergil's eyes, it couldn't have been the strong power of his father that caused him to be hurt in the first place. It was the weakness of his humanity that caused every defeat. And yet, Dante and Nero prove time and time again that you can't ignore what makes you who you are. By accepting the human and demonic heritage, Vergil is finally able to stand toe-to-toe with his brother. And by finally accepting Nero's lesson, Vergil finally begins making step towards true strength. I really like Vergil, and I think his journey through the Devil May Cry series is all really well done. It's a pretty great character arc, and it's fun to see him go through it. And what did you guys think? Did you like the Dante and Vergil thing? I admit I didn't originally play Devil May Cry 5, and God, it was baffling just looking at that story. Thank you to the patrons, and I'll see you all next time.